The views expressed in this video presentation are my opinions and not necessarily the opinions of guests and others sharing or reposting this video. The content is produced only for educational and informational purposes. Do not regard any statements in this video as a recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument. Investing comes with risk to loss of principal. Always conduct your own research and seek guidance from a professional investment advisor. I am not a professional investment advisor. I'm Dollar Will. And my guest today is Laddie Goes.
Yo.
Let me get this thing together here.
All right. Yeah, I know it's a lot to get ready. So that's why, I figured today would be a better day because you had a lot of stuff going on looking at other plays.
Yeah, let me see. Let me get this chart ready. Do you remember what we discussed the last time?
Man, gosh. I think we talked about TUP Tupperware. I think that's one of the ones we talked about.
Okay, let me see. Let me see.
See that one went up.
Let's see. Are you able to see this screen draw right now? Oh, you looking at a white screen draw?
Yeah, I see the white screen.
There you go. Something gonna come up any second now.
Man, you talking about my computer?
Yeah. Man. Oh, come on. Oh, now it's acting crazy. It's gonna be acting crazy. Man, it's gonna make me wanna have to. Crap. That's something I'm gonna need to restart this computer. Okay. Let's see. All right. I think just looking through this list. Anything jump out that we talked about last week?
Let's see here.
Oh, it wasn't last week. That's the problem. Several weeks ago.
Oh, I remember we talked about PULM.
Oh, okay.
That one. And HTBX, but I stopped following that after I got what I wanted out of it. You know how I do. I don't marry him.
See if this one comes up. I just want to take a look at it, see what it did over the last 2 weeks. Let me get my charts from over here. Okay, this is we're gonna talk about this later. And this was PULM. Let's make that. Hey, this is gapping all over the place. That's one. Let me take a look at the weekly on this. It's got my interest. Do you remember basically what they do at all?
Biotech.
Gotcha.
Something with
the thing.
I know they got their hands in the COVID-19 space. That's
yeah.
This
is
I don't really
right
dig
now.
too deep in what they do.
I would put this on the watch list, but it looks like the higher time frames look interesting. It's like it looks like it could run, but it's kind of it seems like we need to maybe wait just to be safe. But see, then you come down to the daily chart, you see that that's pretty good sign.
Okay.
But I think I think I'm going to say we're going to put this one in the watch list and back in the watch list. This looks like something we're going to have to revisit. Not walk away from it altogether. And let's see, another one from, you said HTBX?
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at this before. Maybe about a half hour. I like it. It looks interesting. It looks this thing looked like it was really trying to turn. And this is also in dealing with that thing, the epidemic. Hello? Hello? Hello, Matt. Maddie. Hello, Matt. Can you guys, if you guys can hear me in the chat, can you hit 1 in the chat if you guys hear me? Okay. Hit 1 in the chat if you hear me. Hello? 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 Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test. Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
my Wi-Fi was my Wi-Fi was acting up.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
If anybody's in the chat, somebody in the chat, give me a 1 if you can hear me. If you can hear me, you can hear Maddie, hear somebody. If anybody's listening in the chat. There you go.
Yeah, I
Thank
got
you.
you. I got you a new subscriber too, Coach Joey.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Cool. Okay, yeah.
And he made he done made like triple on his first investment. He bought Hertz when it was
Oh,
beat
so
up.
he's a new investor, just getting into it.
Yeah,
See, that's
yeah.
a new trader.
I
Yeah,
think he put.
that's how it gets you. You get in.
Yeah.
It seems like all the new people pick a winner right out the gate, and then it's
Yeah,
hard to like recreate that, and they get hooked after that first winning trade. And they're like, they think that's just the way it's gonna always be. And I don't know why it seems
yeah,
to happen like that a lot for people when they're new. You know?
yeah. But he's cautious though. He's cautious. He's not just buying everything after you know.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. Yeah, I think I am going to pump my brakes on this too. I like it, but it does look a little. I think I'd rather get it at a bargain. It's got to come down a little bit. I think I'd rather wait
Yeah,
a little bit. But I
yeah,
like it. I like it. It looks like this trend is trying to seriously reverse. It does look like that. The one we went right through this support, no problem. And it seems
yeah,
like it still wants to. It may push here. You see how this momentum is kind of trending up. This may push up here,
yeah,
so we could get there. But even
yeah,
if I think this is one of those times where when you don't participate in the trade, it's okay. I mean, you got to. The main thing I've advocated: don't chase. Don't chase.
yeah,
You know, you
yeah,
can wait for the thing to pop. You can put it on a list, and then when it starts going down, everybody forgets about it. Their mind goes off to something else. You know, it's like we don't have we got short term memory. You know, we can't sustain concentration on something. You know, like it happened with Beyond Beef when they started falling, people went on to the next story. You know, as though it was over. No, things can't go straight up forever. They move up. Stocks are consistent in that they overreact. Stock prices overreact. in both directions. Okay, they're irrational in their movement to the upside and to the downside. But there's a reversion to the mean. Okay, you can only stretch a rubber band out one direction, but so far before it has to snap back to the middle. And it's that snap back to the middle that we traders are looking for. So it's really better, it's safer to wait for the thing to go ahead and prove itself as a winner, and then wait for that reversion to the mean and look for a safe time to get in. That's so these early winners, don't walk away from them. Put them in the I got a phone call distracting me. Put them in the watch list and come revisit it. So I think I'm gonna put this one in the watch list with understanding or an opinion that this thing very likely is going to come up here from 86.
So the move was up to 116, right? And now it's kind of like going in a little retracement.
This high was 125. This was his high. Oh, okay. And so we might get another push right here to finish this move off. So
okay,
that's that. I'm kind of really feeling that, but I can miss it. I'm okay with not just watching it, and then later it'll have a pullback. And so this might be something that that really doesn't get ready for another investment. It could be a month or more. But when it's right, if we are looking at a reversal, it'll be right. It'll really be right. So you'll get another chance to get this thing right around, down here around 60 or something. You get another shot at it. And we might be looking at a more longer term move. Okay. Because we're going to be stuck with this thing. This thing we're dealing with. We're going to be stuck with it for a while. It's not going anywhere. No time soon. Yeah. What the vaccines and stuff don't come until like a year from now. So we're gonna these things are not gonna stop trending anytime soon. So it's gonna be all kinds of speculation and research advances, or just rumors of research advances. There's always going to be this thing is going to stay in the news a while. So this is not like something just for a month or two. So I think this is one of the spaces we're gonna have to just keep revisiting. So let's see. That was HTBX.
Yeah, right. Remember we said this one was a turd one. Remember when we were mentioning it?
Yeah.
But it went up. But it went up though.
Right. We're not marrying them. We're not saying these are like great company. Look, this is dumpster diving. Let's be clear. Definitely dumpster diving. All right.
Yeah.
But money is green. When you go to the store, they're not going to say, "Nah, man, I can't take that money because you made that dumpster diving." That's not going to happen. I guarantee that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So Tupperware. It also, I think this is ready to come for a new haircut. I think I'll wait a little bit on this too, but this definitely is one that I think we might be looking at a reversal. But it's too early to tell. But if it turns out that we revisit this low area without making a new one, I think we could be looking at a reversal of this trend. So this could end up being one that's a long-term thing, not necessarily a dog. Not necessarily.
Right.
It may you gotta look into it a little more. So also let me put a volume thing up here. I don't trade the volume too so much, but I know people love it. Volume can be helpful, but I guess we kind of get lazy relying on the candlesticks because it's often true. that, you know, if you see a big candlestick, it doesn't necessarily mean that there was big volume, but the conclusions you make about a big candle, a big move, it seems to hold. So, but you can still see here that this price, let me move the price up here. They get a nice little volume move. So it's got, you know, if you look at it in general, the volume is kind of trending higher. So there is support coming into the space. You know, with oil being cheap, I just like the idea that that something that, let's see, Tupperware, plastic, oil byproduct. Oil is cheap, so if they can't make a profit when the thing they need, which is a derivative of oil, if they can't make money during this environment, they don't have a business at all. You know? And I think, you know, more people are going to be staying home, eating in. When they go back to work, they're going to be taking food to work. I mean, one, you're not going to have the money to be able to keep paying $10 and $12 a day for lunch like people usually do in these major cities and these downtown areas. You're not going to be able to afford it. And two, with these concerns about the food, the safety of the food supply, I think a lot of people just going to they're going to feel more comfortable eating food that they prepared.
Right.
And so you're going to need this product. You know, you're going to be cooking more at home. You're going to be refrigerating more food. You're going to be taking that food to work, and you're going to need to get your Tupperware game up. Everybody's going to have to get their Tupperware game up. And so I think this is just the logic. The logic, when the logical argument is supported by a technical situation, that's what you look for. You don't just make the logic. That's my gripe with the fundamental camp. Don't just make an argument that sounds rational to you, but then it's not supported by the price action of the chart. So if the price is true, okay, if the price doesn't support it, then that argument is kind of useless.
So do you think it'll bust this double top and get to the next level of support, possibly?
What do you mean here?
Yeah.
In this run, it could be over. I don't feel comfortable investing in it right now. And this has been a pretty good move off the bottom.
Okay.
So you're talking about a low of 120 to $6.88. That's pretty serious. You know, that's what's that? What's that, like 5,000% or something crazy? Oh, I'm sorry, not 5,000, 500 something, 600, 600%. You guys got to do the math. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot, and we are overbought on the higher time frame. So I wouldn't want to go long into this. It's just not enough. Right. I don't think it's enough meat on the bone at this point to justify the risk. And we're coming up on resistance right here. We're at it right now. So
yeah, Sam wanted to know about it.
Say it again.
Sam I am. He got some shares wanting to get some clarification.
Oh, he got some shares of this?
Yeah. I guess he bought it when we were talking about it.
Yeah. Well, let me say again, let me remind everybody, these are just my opinions. I'm just some guy on YouTube, hiding behind an emoji, and so you don't want to put your financial life in the hands of somebody hiding behind an emoji on YouTube, all right? So, so these are just my opinions. Talk it over with your financial advisor and research it on your own, do your own due diligence. And if you have a financial advisor, if you don't have one, get one. And if you got one, say, hey, I heard this guy hiding behind the emoji on YouTube. This is what he said, and then let your person look at it and give you their opinion, and you'll come to a conclusion on your own. You're the one that has to make the decision. in the end, final analysis. But you know, those financial planners, they are trained or licensed. Let me put it that way. I don't want to say trained because you know what is training? Okay, you know, so a lot of people are trained, you know, or skilled at what they do, but they are licensed. So they've gone through a vetting process. So respect to them. All right, so let's move on to what brings us here today. The first one I couldn't look up. What was it? CLHI?
Yeah.
It didn't come up. What's the name of the company?
Commerce Mobile. They're getting in the same space that Zoom Info's in. The one that filed its IPO, I think Wednesday or Thursday.
I'm sorry, the same space as Zoom?
Zoom Info, whatever they.
Okay,
I guess
Zoom
that's
Info, is that the same company as the one we're using to stream on YouTube?
No, I think StreamYard. I think that's different. I think the
Well, I mean,
Zoom thing
Zoom.
is like when you're doing those tele.
You said so.
Yeah.
Okay, I will look it up. Okay, Commerce Mobile. I'm still not getting the symbol. It's not showing up here. Let me look it up on bar charts. Let me see what they got to say about it.
Yeah, sometimes they don't, because these are so obscure. Hey,
Yes,
you saw that turd I had that ran 1,200%. Yeah. And then they did that. You know the Novus where you can go look at when the company gives an update on their share structure.
Uh-huh.
They updated the share structure. They increased the authorized share count, I think, by 500 million, and then they proposed a 1-for-1,000 reverse split.
Okay, you have to break that down. All right, so they authorized selling more shares, which is raising more money.
Yeah.
And then they did a stock split.
They haven't done the stock split yet, but the stock split is in their prospectus document.
Okay.
So they have to file that with the FIRNA to get approval to be able to do the split.
And which company is this?
That was that CRGE that you said watch it and sell at the top.
Okay, I remember. I'm gonna look that up right after this. You remember that name because you got me curious about that because that's a lot of value destruction. You say that they're releasing more shares, which is keep in mind, folks. The reason companies offer stocks is to raise money. That's all stocks are for. Yeah. It's from the company perspective. It's a way for them to raise money. That's it. You know? That's what it's about from their side. So it's all, a company, they're always going to be releasing more shares. Especially if it's hot and if they need to raise the money, that's what they're going to do. Especially it allows the members, the executives, to get rich real fast and hit the door. This is serious. So the whole question with this one is, do we get another push? This is price 076 or 025. So we're talking about 200%. Damn, that's pretty good move. Let me look at the big picture. And so is this the company right here?
Yeah, that's it. That's them.
Okay, let me look that up. Dollar, no, what's that? 1,600. It's $1.60. $1.60. All right, so we're looking at the monthly right here, and we can see it clearly on that. It's already overboard. So
yeah.
kind of looking for a way to get out of this. But another good news, really good news. Made a high relative to this high in March of 2016. It took out a high that's 4 years old.
Wow.
So the good news is that it's got some good strength behind it, and we could be looking at a reversal. And you said, I'm going to look at this profile and see if they get any information on what this company is. Leading global provider of distribution of value-added logistics services to the wireless communication industry, operation in Asia Pacific, wireless communication, handsets, phone accessories, okay. Leading manufacturer network operating agency sales.
Yeah, I see it. Broke out of that channel. That might be what.
Now,
break out of that.
I'm gonna do not probably. I was gonna do it today, but I'm gonna wait later in the week. I'm gonna do a video about the NASDAQ. It's made an all-time high this week. So all the losses in the NASDAQ were recovered. But I'm gonna make likely, depending on, I'm thinking by Wednesday or maybe Tuesday evening. But I'll say my opinion right now at this moment. But I reserve the right to change my opinion based on what happens Monday and Tuesday. But as it sits right now, I think this thing is going to roll over. I think this is a sucker move.
Yeah.
I think it's going to roll over. And so now, the reason why I bring that up, because this is in that tech space. Okay? So it would be something that would be affected. So if that thing rolls over, people want to avoid that whole space. So you want to pick the industry first. You want to be in the hot industry like that thing we're dealing with. The reason why we're looking at the pharmaceuticals. Okay, so you got a bigger engine driving interest in that whole space. And if the NASDAQ goes over, you're going to see a lot of people just lose interest in everything tech. Okay? So it's time for the staples or some of those to come forward. And those are other shows coming. and I'm going to talk about this week about where the path of least resistance to going up is. Okay, you got side stuff that's overbought like this, and there are places that look at this. There are things that are out there that we can invest in. So this would be. Remember, I said I don't promote chasing. I think this would be a definition of chasing, and we see divergence on this stochastic oscillator. So everybody on my Patreon group, you should know what that is. Your eyes should see this jumping right out. You know, something looks funny about this relative to this. Okay, so it's telling you, it's telling you the future. It's telling you that this is not the time, to jump in. So yeah, I think whoever got this, pat him on the back, say good trade. I wouldn't chase. This is one of them where even if I'm wrong and it kept going higher, I would be cool with it. I would be cool with missing this trend. If something is this vigorous. But on the other hand, you put it on your watch list.
Okay.
You put it on your watch list. Anything that moves like this. Okay, we're talking about. Let's see what kind of moves we're talking about. 28, 20. down here at least 14. Yeah, 13, 14. To 0849. Man, I can't even do the math. That's a lot of money. That's a life-changing amount of money right there, buddy. You want to get one of these runs. So when you see something like this that pop, don't chase it. Just create a daggone watch list of all those things that went ballistic like this. And then you want to circle back. Circle back to it and see later when nobody's talking about this anymore and it's giving it back. And then you'll see if the low holds. If the low holds, you come back in, because it's going to happen again with even more force. Because the people that know technical analysis, they'll see that if the low holds, they will take that as a sign of safety. And so it's an uptrend to make higher highs. So you definitely would go beyond this point. So you could be down here with a higher low with good rational, reason to think that it's going to exceed this high. So you could get all of this gain again and more. So when you see those big things that pop, put them in a list, and then learn some technical analysis. So you know what to do after that.
Right. Right.
So all right. So what we got next? Oh, I'm sorry. What was that chart I asked you to remind? I said remember it. I want to get back to it. You said something.
CRGE.
And what was the story with this one again?
They was supposedly getting into the Bitcoin options space.
Bitcoin options. Wow. This is ugly. Now, see, this is an example of what I was just describing. Something takes off to the stratosphere. This is a 4-hour chart. And then it gives it all back. Okay. Don't chase. All right. Don't chase. And this is this again a 4-hour chart. So let me look at it there. I'm gonna go to the other page. I like this one. CRG. Don't chase. No FOMO. No FOMO. Not on this channel. We don't FOMO over here. There's always another opportunity. There's always another opportunity. You don't chase. You wait for your opportunity. There's always another girl. Okay. All right. So look at this. Look at this big volume. So people knew to get the heck out of this building. Look at that big volume spike.
Yeah.
It's bigger than the pessimism. It's a whole lot bigger than the optimism. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They were more people running out the exit than running through the front door.
Yeah, because in penny stock world, when you see reverse split, you get the heck out of there. It's not a good thing. That means they're gonna be diluting shares and the price is gonna go down 50%. right after the reverse split.
But if it could still come down to where it needs to be a bargain.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is it. I'm saying we got it. Let me see something. I'm trying to see what this bottom is. Hold
on. There was a lot of suckers on that day.
I'm sorry. Remind me again. What did they do again?
Well, it was a reverse merger.
No,
it was an empty shell.
Business. What's the business? What did the business do?
Oh, Bitcoin. Well, they're supposedly getting into Bitcoin options.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, this is really destroy you. I mean, this, man. Let me take a look, go in and do some surgery, see what it looks like. Okay, I need to stop declining. I need to stop this business of making lower lows, okay? That would be encouraging. I mean, okay, let me go even further. Okay, you see here, we got a low. We got a higher low here, but that doesn't mean that it's over. It went on and made a lower low. But you need also for it to make a higher high also. Keep that. So we're gonna keep
Yeah.
We're looking for some sign that the energy is changing direction. And down is becoming up. Okay, that's what we're looking for.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah,
It might
yeah,
be
that's,
oversold.
oh,
You
it's
might be
deep.
able to play with it.
It's in the dirt. It's definitely deeply oversold. I mean, this is on the 15-minute, but let me look on the daily just for that. I don't know. Yeah, it's even
If I
oversold on the daily.
if I could day trade it and just get that pop and then get out of there, I probably would do that. But
You know what? I'm gonna give this one a thumbs up. I'm gonna give this one a thumbs up. Yeah, I like this. I like this higher high right here. It's just me. I could press the buy button at 9:30 in 0 seconds. Okay, immediately at the open, and then with a stop loss, if it goes below here, get me out. It just it would not even be risking much. But if this is it, I like it. I like this.
But what if you gotta hold it for 2 days? You think it'll?
I'll take that. Then I'll just be screwed. I'll accept that risk. Let me see.
Like I said, if I was
This
day
low
trading, I
is
probably would get into it.
78. Okay, this is the low. Again, this is at 15 minutes. I know I'm really way deep in the weeds. Okay, it's safer to wait to see this on a higher time frame. But since we have had such a severe give back, okay, this has really been nasty, and it looks like it's trying to make a low right here, and it's happening right along an interesting level where there's been a lot of trading activity. It looks like it's trying to put a bottom right there, right at this point. So I like this. I like this. Yeah, we got one. You see, this is what I like. This is the exact example when I'm talking about something that had a vicious move higher and you missed it, but you don't chase. See, this is what the suckers do. Come in right here. The people who don't know, we already got the FOMO crowd, the suckers. You suckers, you FOMO suckers. Y'all, there's smart money. If you want to FOMO, you the dumb money. And the whole game is to take your money. It really is. Y'all need to learn technical analysis. Y'all need to get somewhere and learn this game. So yeah. But the point was, don't chase. Let it come back to you, and this did. Okay. Everybody on my channel sees something about this structure too, which says it fell a particular way according to other wave theory, and we're not going to get into details right here. That's for Patreon folks. And just at a glance, you like this. you see this picture, this pattern, you like this pattern, because it means something to you in terms of the wave theory, the counter-trend movements. And so, yeah, this is beautiful. You know? So, so it hit this high on the 5th of, wait a minute, is that Friday? Yeah. So it did this in one day?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, man, it can't get no better than that. So wait a minute. Wait a minute. So this thing broke off from this bottom. That's 1,749%. 1,700%. Let's just write it off that. 1,700%. And it did it from the 4th, the 3rd or the 4th, let's say the 4th, from Thursday. It did this big pop on Friday, one day. Popped 1,700%. Okay? On good volume, too. On good volume. And then gave it back. But it looks like this bottom is trying to hold. So you're going to get another chance to make at least 1,700. Well, I can't say it because we're starting from here instead of here. Let's just say going from where we are back up to that peak. And again, we would be going higher also.
I can afford to gamble a little.
That's 600.
About 200,
300. That's 600%. That's 600%. Just to go from here, just to revisit this top. You know. I mean, hell, if it just comes up here, let's just say it comes here and fails. See what kind of a failure, what kind of a loser it would be. Let's say it comes up to here, and we just make 300%. Be such a loser. You know, I like this everywhere around. I like this. I like this. Yeah, this. I like this. All right. So we got one.
Yeah. I tell you, I don't play around, man. I always dig. I dumpster dive and I come out with gold. I might come out dirty, but
I'm gonna put this in the list right here. Okay. What else we got?
My friend wanted to look at WLL. He had wrote a couple of messages about it.
Okay. Okay, I'm biased already. But let me see. I think I did a. Let me see if I got it somewhere. I'm biased because the oil trades inverse to the dollar. Let me just say right now, I'm not a gold bug. I am probably one of the few people that firmly believes that gold trade is going to get people hurt. It's going to implode, and the dollar is going to kill it. I know I'm in the extreme minority on that view, but hey, I'm still right. Watch. Okay, so the dollar is getting ready to dig itself out of the dirt. The dollar, the safe haven in crisis is not gold. The safe haven is the U.S. dollar. Period. And it's going to flex. It's getting ready to pop its collar and make the world put some respect on its name and let y'all know how this world really works. It's that U.S. dollar. Other currencies, as this market rolls over, other currencies in the world are going to flee to the dollar. And just that, an action alone, is enough to cause it to rise. Also, as those other currencies around the world are the U.S. companies, the multinational companies that have operations in other parts of the world. They make money in other parts of the world in in other currencies around the world, that money, when those, let's say if General Motors is selling cars in Europe and the euro is going up, they keep that money in Europe and the European bank because that currency is going up. But if that currency is going down, they repatriate that money. They bring that money. They transfer that money from euros back to US dollars, also making it rise. So it's countries and corporations will flee to the US dollar. And the dollar and oil has an inverse relationship. So I'm biased against this. That's a whole lot of macro economic headwind for this thing to overcome. Now, with that said, let me try to be objective, but I confess my bias. All that said, it could, but what I don't like is this is a daily chart that we are approaching overboard. Let me go down to the 4 hour. Okay. I can see on one level, this is confusing. On one level, structurally,
It's got a gap.
I don't see I'm gonna say something for my Patreon folks, and I'm not gonna define it for the rest of y'all. I don't see a C wave necessarily. So just ignoring the oscillator and everything else and just looking at the structure of this move, I don't see a C wave. So in that regard, it could go higher. In that regard. Okay. And so it could put us up in this area, challenge for this. But I don't like that risk. It's just like there's just easier ways to make money than messing with the dollar. King US dollar. I'm not a dollar bull either. Okay. The reason why everybody listen, the reason why I'm dollar bull is not because I'm just a fan of the dollar. I name myself that because I trade things that are sensitive to the dollar, and I don't care whether it's moving up or down. I don't have a bias in that regard. It's just that the dollar controls so many things in the markets. Okay, that it's just easy for a lazy technical trader to just follow the US dollar because there's so many other things you can trade. And we never are sitting there asking ourselves, what do I trade? We don't ask that question. We know because there are certain things that move with the dollar, certain things move against it. And so that's why. And it also, by following the dollar, you keep yourself in sync with what's going on in the global trade environment, in the trade between countries, intercontinental stuff, and that relationship with energy and metals and commodities. You're right there at ground zero all the time. So you always know what's going on if you trade in the dollar. That's a primary thing. So that's what that's about. That's not fandom, for the dollar. But yeah, this thing, we could get a push.
Okay.
So I would say, let me say it this way. If I was in this right now, I would put a stop loss below this candlestick. If it took this out, if it took this out, I'm out. I'm out. But it could go a little bit. It could go. Now for Coach, I will give you a more specific answer than I've provided here right now, and more specific than what I've provided to you on Patreon. As this thing starts to move, I'll show you, based on the structure of how this thing moves, how it gets clues to how high it might go. So we will have a continuing dialogue about this this week as it does its thing in real time.
If you're in the chat, Coach, he's gonna do a one-on-one with you and send you a message about how he feels about the direction.
Right.
And give you some pointers on the text, what to look for, like the residual index and oscillators.
There you go.
And
so it's going to be
stochastics.
It's going to be what I think and how the tools work that and principles work that lead me to that conclusion. And in the process, you will be learning how those tools and concepts work also. Over and over and over and over and over and over again. You just keep going over and over and over, and then eventually you learn one tool, then you learn a second tool, or a second, one concept, another concept, and you begin to get your toolbox complete and learn how all the tools and concepts work, and then you'll be able to put it together. So that's what we do on my Patreon. All right, so yeah, that's the deal with this one. So I would say for now, it's as long as it keeps making higher highs. Like I said, I will put a stop loss on it here. If it reversed, it would take me out. If it's going higher, you're still in the trade. You really needed to cross above this to get to that finishing that. When I say that next push up, I'm talking about a move. It's kind of like a zigzag thing that will take it up higher. And so we're talking about like this area here. That could happen. Because I don't see a structure here that looks complete. Okay. But again, this is not the right time. This thing is likely to finish whatever it's going to do in the next couple of days. It's going to happen. I don't think this thing will mess around because the dollar is ready to run. The dollar is really let me
so it's probably stuff over there.
Let me look at it real quick. Let me look at the dollar real quick. Dollar Swiss franc. This is a 2-hour chart. Okay. So the dollar had a high here on June 3rd. Devastation happened. This was an ugly one. This one hurt my feelings. This thing happened right here. It's caused some damage right here. Okay. All right. But not only did it bounce back, it made a higher high. This was the high. It came back and took it out. So what I'm saying is the dollar is in a move. So whenever this down move is over, it starts going north again. It's going to be trouble for that daggone symbol. Okay? It's going to be trouble for it. But the dollar could come down some more. Okay? And so you could get that final push in WLF.
Yeah, but be ready to sell within the next couple of days. So.
Yeah, you need to watch that thing every day. Every day. You see there was a lot of prior buys, a lot of resistance right in this area. A lot of past. This area was serving as a floor, then it was serving as a ceiling. I went back to the area, and this is a 2-hour chart. So we could get, I think the dollar's still trying to find its way a bottom here. I'm not certain that we want to push straight up through here right now. It can mess around and come down some more. And while it's trying to find its bottom, WLL could take off. You know, it could come down to this area here. It could do that. It can mess around, come down here, and then bam. But in that time where the dollar is finding its way, WLL could get that push. So in either case, in my opinion, we're talking about a very short-term hold on that, because it's getting ready to all be about that dollar, especially if I'm right about this guy going massive. I think Wednesday is going to be a critical day. I think this NASDAQ going to roll over, and that's coinciding with this dollar. It might be between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, while the dollar is finding its footing to make a higher low relative to this low and power through. And this is where the story of gold being a safe haven will die. And I'm going to be so happy for people. I do rejoice when I see certain news that are just wrong. When they die, like gold is always safe, housing is always safe. None of that is true. None of that is true. Buy gold, buy gold. I wouldn't buy gold right now with your money. Okay? I know I sound crazy right now. Check back a little later. Okay? So yeah, we got a natural kind of resistance right here. And I think that the dollar's going to push through this. It's going to change the world. It's going to change the world. Shake up the world. So what else we got?
KLXE.
Okay, let's start out. Okay. And Patreon folks know about this pattern. You know about that. So this is a monthly view, and this decline started October. What does this company do again?
They do oil too.
Yeah.
Well, I only blocked because the chart looked good.
Right. Oh, I'm with that. I mean, the dollar, we just saw that page of the dollar having nasty destruction. I mean, I could have gone to a higher time frame. So yeah, that oil took advantage of that. That's what happens when the dollar falls. But this thing is overextended. Okay, now in that period, it could get a push. It could run some more. We could probably, it could probably come a little higher. But as a long-term thing, I wouldn't trust it. I think something tells me that I ain't gonna get it. I do that. But listen, yeah, this is a nice run. We're talking about 87 cents up to 265. I mean, hey, doubled your money, basically. More than. Let me see. So that would be almost tripled your money. Right? So what more you want? It's oil. There's still a threat. I mean, oil had dropped down to negative numbers. Okay, at some point, reason got to step in. You got to go, okay, I made a lot of money on something that the world has too much of right now. I mean, at what point do you sell? And this is where technical analysis comes in, because the fundamental camp, they don't really have a clear reason to sell. Their meme is, well, as long as it's a good company, and if you liked it at And 87 cents, you know, you should like it at this price. That's good. That's the strategy, you know. The thing is, when markets are trending higher, there's a saying that the tide raises all boats. So every um, justification sounds good, you know. Everybody's
Yeah.
stocks go up. The people with good strategies and the people with bad strategies. You can only tell the difference between whose strategy really is the truth when the market takes these downturns. And that's why I advocate that people, you need to take notes on who's saying what. These people on TV that you think are some authority because they're on there with a nice suit on, you know, take notes of who's saying what.
Yeah.
They're not
I
who
don't even
they
look
think
at
they
them.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
They
know
be out there.
you don't look. Most traders don't. In fact, when you come over to the technical side, you know they might watch for comedy. They watch for comedy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
pass around clips. Did you hear what this guy just said? You know?
I don't know who they talking to, really.
Yeah, exactly. So you can see it here. It's kind of got overbought again. You got this price high here, overbought. Swung down, oversold, back up to overbought. It's time. It's time. So, like I said, you could get a little push higher, but the juice isn't worth the squeeze, as we say, at this point. You know, the time is
Yeah.
way back, even here. This was the time when it popped up, came down here. This was the time. 73
Yeah.
cents up here to 264. That was the time. Not here.
Yeah. I'll be taking profits next week.
Yeah, definitely. Nah, man, you need to be on that screen Monday and Tuesday looking at this. You know, if it pushes up to this area here, now you just have to point a beer. You're asking for it now. You're asking
Yeah.
for it. So, what else we got?
Dang, what was the other one?
Was KOS one of them? You talk about that?
I think I put that one in on accident because I wasn't
Okay.
looking at
Yeah,
that one.
another energy one. Same thing. It could. We could get a push, but yeah. And so we did
Yeah, I was like, I
KNOS, right?
wasn't looking.
We did KNOS.
Oh yeah, I want to revisit that one because I got out of that one on time too.
As you see, I've been studying this one. I didn't mean to put this chart up. I meant to put a clean chart with nothing on it, for y'all. I think and what is this company again? Energy?
They do filters for the virus, like
Oh,
mask
gotcha.
and then
Gotcha.
air filter.
To make a long story short, I think we get it's got some work to do. This goes to the watch list, okay? So, because
Okay.
I think we're gonna come down some more. I think we're gonna have a sucker move up. Okay,
Okay.
that's not it. And then I think we're gonna come down some more. But this is definitely one to stay on the watch list, because when it gets done where it's going, when it comes down enough, when the time is right, there's some good money. There's some good eating on this. This thing,
Yeah,
like I said, this topic is not going anywhere. We're going to be dealing with this topic for a while, and so this goes as another example of what I was saying earlier. You see something that did well, um, it went too far, and so now you have to have a reversion to the mean. The price rose too much too soon. Okay? So that's just the nature of it. Like I said earlier, prices overreact. Okay, that's just on both sides. Okay, it goes up too much and falls too much. Okay, so we're waiting for the fall too much part. But if you have technical analysis training, that you understand these concepts, that you know what you're doing. Because usually the time to buy is when it's quiet. Nobody's talking about it, okay?
Yeah.
And so you have to train your emotions to be confident that you're doing the right thing when nobody's talking about it. And when the price does this, pow, that's the reward for the people who knew to get in right here. But the FOMO crowd, they hear the news and then they jump in and then they get taken. You know, they're the dumb money. They are the dumb money. Their loss is our gain. Our job is to take them and make until they pay, you know, until they learn, until they change. You know, it's our team. That's what this whole penny stock dumpster diving space is. You got some killers out here, okay? I mean, I'm talking, of course, metaphorically. In this trading world, these guys know what they're doing. They know technical analysis. They pumping and dumping. They're promoting and all of that. They have all of the skill, and they're talking to the least experienced people, you know, who are buying this stuff on hopeism. And so it's just like some P.T. Barnum stuff, you know, the sucker born every minute, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's like you'll never go broke betting on the persistent ignorance of man. You will never go broke. And so that's what they do. They're the brightest people with the most money, the most game, and they're over here taking advantage of the people with the least amount of knowledge. And that's allowed, you know, buyer beware. But it doesn't have to be that way. Join somebody's site, folks. It doesn't have to be mine. Get some skill in technical analysis. Fundamental analysis without technical analysis is financial suicide. So
Yeah.
you must know the whole picture.
Yeah, because when we were talking about it, it was low. It just kind of blew up out of nowhere.
Right. I mean, I remember like when a lot of you guys on the channel, when you first came to the Patreon group, you were talking, you know, I would put up charts to say it was going to do this and it was going to do that. And, you know, or the price could move this much. And now there are many times the price, I think this was one of them, where the price exceeded even my projection. I think it did. Actually, no, it didn't. It's not by much, because this is it right here. You see what I do. So, so it was. There have been others. So many times it does go even higher than what I anticipated. But the fact that that we're able to use technical analysis and project or anticipate these pops and these retraces, these pullbacks, nobody's surprised by that on the channel anymore. That now they've seen it enough. They just accept that, yeah, this is just the natural ebb and flow, the science, the physics of it, of how energy moves. You know, it can only go up so long, you know, before it has to come back down for a minute. And again, these people over here in this penny space are the smartest people. They know that this move is too high for them to just sit on this money. You know, they sitting over here, you know. So especially you got something you've made 500% or 1,500%. They know sell. They know it's going to fall and they can buy the same thing later. The same people up here that sold it caused this spike, they're going to be the same people that's going to buy it down here and make it rise again. It's the same people. And the FOMO crowd is going to lose both ways. They're going to lose both
I know.
ways.
I did on that one and that CRGE. I couldn't believe they were buying my shares, but I said, okay.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Get some game. All right. So what's this one goes in the watch list. You know, but all of those that we've said in the watch list, we got some real winners in the watch list. I mean, these like become high priority. when they get where they're going, when they pull back like they need to pull back. And because these are the kinds of moves that can really change your financial life. These little twos and fews add up. You're over here in the penny stock space, you put $100 on some small amount like that, and you catch a couple of these that put you over $1,000. So now you look over here after 6 or 9 months of doing this, you got $10,000 in your account. And now with the trading knowledge that you have, you can go to other sectors of the market, stock market or the forex market or futures market, because this technical analysis can be applied to everything. Okay, but you need different amounts of money to play in different markets. And so this penny space, if you don't have that money like that, you can take this knowledge and use that to give you a fighting chance, and you can build up your money, and then you can go to those other spaces. But when you go to those other spaces like forex and futures and options, you will be arriving not with just dumb money. You will arrive with some knowledge, okay, some skill to go with it. So that's why I'm not primarily a penny stock trader, but I mean, money is green. I respect
it. Yeah, and the last one is LGBI. That's a new one I found.
Oh yeah, this one I just not enough. It says cannabis mobile. Now, what the heck is that?
Yeah, they weed sector, but they're about to do I think a reverse merger. So I'm just gonna get my money on the front end.
I would say with this one, I'm gonna have to say no comment on this one. Why? It's just not enough data. I mean, just looking at it from this view, I can make an argument for. Let me look at the weekly and daily before I go back. The monthly looks. Okay. I can make an argument that we get another push. Yeah. Just from this amount of information, I would really feel better with more information. But just knowing with some of those, we're going to look at canopy growth. Okay? And since we got this up here, I was going to do a marijuana show during the week, but maybe not if I get into it here. Let me just say, this is an ETF for marijuana. The concept of what I'm doing is there's not enough data in that one symbol. Stocks trade within industries. Industries trade within sectors, and these stocks move with their industry. So that tide is going to raise all boats in that industry, even the dog company. Okay, so I will look at the others in that space and get a sense for what this thing is doing, what the potential is. Okay, so we kind of getting a little overboard on this ETF. Let's see. We got, and we got divergence. I wouldn't buy this right now. So I think that this marijuana space, or at least this ETF, is going to retest that bar. I hope. We'll see. This would go in the this is canopy growth. This also actually this is not. So canopy growth looks pretty good. Whereas MJ, I would say hold on. This one don't look bad. Yeah, I could say this one I would go long this and put a short right below this. This one I would get behind. Let me look at Okay, yep, I can get behind this. Okay, yep, I can get behind this one. Canopy Growth is the leader. Market cap leader. Market cap means there's more money invested in Canopy Growth than any other stock in the marijuana space. So that's what it means to be the market cap leader. So if dollars were votes, okay, then this would be the winner of the election. Okay. There's more money in this one than any other. So the significance of that is the whales. The whales would be here. They're here. They're in this one. So this one will give you a tell for the whole industry as well as, so I would say Canopy Growth and this thing here, this ETF, the one that looks kind of overbought right now on the daily. I would buy, now remember this one is a basket of stock. So this ETF is controlling or holding many marijuana stocks. Most of them are likely overbought and ready to come down, but Canopy Growth is not. So this thing ain't going to really fall until Canopy Growth is finished doing this thing. So let's see. So Canopy Growth may have the power alone to push this higher, but I wouldn't buy this one. I would buy Canopy Growth. Oh, what happened? What happened to that? What's up, Rainy Woman? And Maddie fell off. Can y'all hear me out there? Give me a one if y'all can hear me. Somebody give me a one. Can I get a one? Can I get a one on the one? Can I get a one? Can y'all hear me? I tell you what, I'm going to shut it down. What's up, if y'all hear me, I'm gonna go through it. What's up, Thai City? I don't think y'all can hear me, but I'm gonna get through my shout outs anyway. Ill Wills. What's happening? Real life is not in cyberspace. All right, Sam, I am. What's up, brother? Coach Jones, welcome. I think that's everybody. Springer, what's happening? And I am going to shut it down.